I can't be cool because I don't know what cool even means. And I'm the kind of kid who would go to the library to look it up. That's what makes it so sad. I'm a nerd. Like I'm the biggest nerd who ever lived.
I'm so beautiful. I'm so beautiful.
No, you're not. The only reason we're down here is because our hygiene is so poor. Forced to live down here, segregated away from everyone, living on our own menstrual blood and excrement.
But beauty in any form is excess. Our bodies are coated with dirt, layers upon layers, like makeup, and much cheaper.
When will they let us out?
I hope they never let us out. Those people above ground with their emancipated models and rainbow-painted faces. Fools!
Your statements on the commoditive form are cliche and cheap, just like you.
Why not you eat your own feces, you dripping cooch?
It's fun to use vulgar language, isn't it, you pussy-eating taco?
Take that!
Hey ladies, what are you doing?
Oh fuck, not you. You're so ugly. You don't even look like a real woman. You're so male, it's actually disturbing.
I am a woman, a beautiful woman. But how would you know what a real woman looks like, you butchy dyke?
Better shut your mouth.
What happened to her?
Exactly what's gonna happen to you. Now show me your ass!
You filthy dyke!
Carrie, we must stop this petty argument. We must unite to kill everyone. This pit has nullified our ideals of nihilistic society. Like the great Joseph Stalin, we must rise against culture. Liquidate the beautiful, annihilate the weak.
Yes. Take that, you one chromosome reject.
His blood shall be our lipstick, his bile our eyeliner. I love you, Sister Glory.
And I love you, Sister Feasty.
Normal is what's normal for you. Normal is what's normal.
He wasn't crying, he wasn't moving. I looked in his crib, and he was blue. I realized that my husband killed my baby.
There's a lot you can do with range. There's a lot you can do with range. Take it, make it like a game.
No, Susan isn't with the company anymore. Yes. Thank you. Well, I'll give her your regards when I see her. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Hey there. You must be my new office mate. I'm Luke.
I've heard a lot about you. I'm Mary.
Welcome to Maynard Signage. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to meet when they trained you last week. I just got back from the Delta East convention.
Oh, I just received a call from Color It Paints. They want to order some Y stands.
Okay. I keep the order forms in my desk, bottom drawer, right-hand side. If you want to, grab one, fill it out, and fax it off to them. That'd be great. Okay. I've got to run. I just closed a big contract for the engineering convention over at the Winter Garden place. So I'm going to have a little celebratory lunch with the boss. I'm not going to be back until later this aft, so I probably won't see you, but do you want to get together maybe later tonight at Smiley's, have a chat?
Sounds great.
Okay.
And that was it. Like, never again did she do that.
Gin and tonic, please.
Rhine water for me, thanks.
You got it, please. So how do you like working with Maynard?
Yeah, he's fine. He's not much of a people person, but yeah, that's why I'm there. What are you looking at?
I'm just amazed you aren't falling over. That's your 6th.
It's actually my 8th, but hey, who's counting?
Not me. But I found a water bottle in your desk today.
I keep that there for clients.
Nothing like a shot of vodka to close the deal.
Listen, don't piss me off here, Mary.
Fine. I won't push it. But if you ever need anything, you can give me a call. Here's my number and my address. Don't hesitate.
Thanks, but you know what? Work's fine, company's good. I don't think I need help right now. Sugar, drinks.
It's got to be here somewhere. I mean, it didn't just get up and walk out of here. We had lunch. I put all the documents in my folder. Fucking thing.
I don't want to hear about it.
Mary, thank God. Do you remember when I brought that file back yesterday? The one from the engineering convention? Do you remember if I took anything out of it?
No, you just put it on your desk. Why?
We're missing the layout for the installation of the 3D displays and some estimates.
Can't you get copies?
No, those were the originals. I already called up my contact at the convention center, and he said I didn't leave them there.
You've got to the end of the day to find those plans, or you're fucked.
Mr. Maynard,
Yes, Mary?
I found those floor plans that you thought you lost.
Oh, thank God. I'll phone the university and tell Dave they've been found. Where were they, anyway?
In the garbage.
In the garbage?
You know, I really shouldn't say anything, but I think it's important that you know. Luke, you see, Luke has a bit of a drinking problem. And maybe it's making him, well, absent-minded.
Ridiculous.
It's true. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but he keeps bottles of liquor in the office. He can barely function without a drink.
I've known Luke for years. He's never come to work drunk. Maybe I should have a talk with him.
No. He's already embarrassed enough. Please be patient. I think he's trying to stop. If anything comes up, call me. Hi, Rogers Drugs? Yeah. Do you carry any laxatives or sleeping pills? Both. Great. Good morning, Luke.
Morning, Mary. Good pal. I really want to thank you for finding that file.
No problem. It was just stuck between two sheets. I found it when you were out.
You are a real help, Mary. I can tell that we're going to work well together, you know? So, what's on the agenda for
Luke?
Luke, good to see you. I've been comparing these setup sheets and... Oh, Jesus. You look really bad.
It must be something I ate. Oh!
Or drank.
Luke? Are you okay?
Please go away. I'll be all right. I think I'm going to go home.
Remember, if there's anything I can do, feeling better?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it must have been some oysters I had the night before. I slept really well. Wicked cramps, though.
You don't think it had anything to do with the alcohol?
I had some bad things happen. Well, let's just say liquor helped me face a world I don't think I could have faced on my own.
Luke, you're a strong man. I look at you and I see a great guy. Someone with potential. Someone worth something. Why are you throwing your life away like this?
Maybe it's catching up to me. Maybe my body's finally giving out. Maybe I have to get help. Maybe I have to get help.
Chris, there's been an accident. I was drinking at work and I tried to drive home and it was like the brakes on the car weren't working, you know? I guess the liquor must have hit me kind of hard, but I hit this curb and I flipped over. I think I hit this black kid.
Oh, Luke, you've got to call the police.
No! No! Please! You were right, you know? You were fucking right! You were right all along. Files, and then the diarrhea, and then the vomiting, and now this? You told me, you know? You told me.
Luke, please don't!
Today, alcoholics and the people who love them. Luke Laskin was 19 when his sister died of an AIDS-related illness. Destroyed by the loss, Luke found solace in a bottle. Until, at the age of 34, that bottle destroyed him.
I loved Luke. I did everything I could to help him. I did everything.
I think I'm love.
This is magic. You mean there's a ghost in the machine?
think my first memory of the sun, well, my first memory is...
It's yellow. But I might be basing that on like the sort of archetypal image of the sun, you know, where it's yellow and has these rays, these lines that are jumping out from it.
I don't think any person can describe the sun. You can describe the little disk we see in the sky, but that really isn't the enormity of what the sun is.
I think the sun has been objectified more than any other object that we see around us. Even going back to the ancient classical days of the Athenians, the Spartans. But if you want to look at historical events of sun worship, you should just look at the Aztecs. I mean, the entire calendar was based around the sun. Its rhythms controlled the entire world to the point of human sacrifice and where blood had to be spilled in order to keep it happy.
I went to Polish school, and the Polish school I went to was named after Copernicus.
I think we were studying optics at the time and how the sun and the photons entered the prism and how they reflected and created images.
I guess it like gradates from like a white point to a darker point, and then that darker point kind of fades to your blue sky.
When we were living in a community called Brights Grove, and there was an eclipse, and we were told not to look at the sun, and there was this huge tree, and I remember being kind of afraid to look up, so I was looking at it in the puddle, because I didn't want to go blind.
I wouldn't say I stared at the sun very much, probably because most people can't bear the intensity of it for long.
I think in literature and in religion, the sun is often associated with mercilessness.
They had to sacrifice young virgins to appease the sun. But what modern archaeologists have found was a net was sometimes used in order to save the falling victim.
We passed Terry Fox. I just remember seeing him running along in the sun. He was wearing white.
You can feel the sun, definitely.
I think it's fairly important. I mean, look at photosynthesis.
Most of my days are spent in an office where I have artificial light.
I mean, what 60 million years feel like? I don't know. But maybe the sun was brighter then.
When I come home, the sun is usually gone.
Maybe we see only a shadow of the sun they saw.
Continues to spread a path of death and destruction across the world. The situation grows more desperate with the report that emergency shipping and rising heat has touched off raging forest fires in the Ural Mountains of Russia, the Black Forest of Germany, raging forest fires, and the rich French timberlands. The fiery sky is now threatening to strike a mortal blow at the heart of the Midwest Far Belt. Thousands of acres of vital grain have already shriveled under the intense heat, giving rise to fears of famine if the flaming belt continues to rage unchecked. Fiery sky is now threatening to strike a mortal blow. In Italy, all roads leading to Rome and the Vatican have been jammed for 2 days. From all over Europe, the faithful have been streaming toward St. Peter's to pray for deliverance from the catastrophe which has struck the earth. Here now, our television satellite camera in outer space, showing the frightening ring of fire encircling the earth. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our broadcast for today.
Well, Acid Police, that's actually the first installment of a trilogy we're working on. We just finished the second one. Acid Police originated, actually, the title's taken from an old Boredom song. I don't know if you know the band, the Boredoms. They're a Japanese noise rock band. And there's absolutely no correlation really between the content of the video and that title. But basically, it just came out of that, assembling sort of different sort of combinations, different sort of ideas about paranoia and anxiety and I guess law enforcement. So you know, that's basically how it evolved, and it actually evolved over sort of a long period of time actually. So it's a short film, but it took me quite a while to put all the pieces together. So.
Question: is it prudent to utilize language to criticize language? This is a portrait of the architecture of communication. This voiceover is a verbal manifestation of representational and allegorical signs and symbols spoken in a code which may occasionally possess no direct in nature. As such, it is dubious and should be ignored. Please consider the pictorial presentation of these structures as true. Dialectically, light is knowledge and darkness is ignorance. This is a treatise on the end of code. Soon the camera will replace the and the editing console will replace the This technological maneuvering will render ambiguity obsolete. There will be no more word for as there will be no more obscure categorical. There will be only the photographic representation of such as Kevin's. In this tableau, Kevin and Laura discuss their relationship. We will observe now the true limits of language. Laura tells Kevin that he can't leave because he is hers forever. In response, Kevin asks Laura to define 3 words: property, forever, and was. Laura fails to define the word forever. A note on madness after structuralism. Every man, woman, and child knows that the root of madness is the inability to communicate verbally. Our friend cannot communicate rage, frustration, or helplessness because A, he does not know the words. B, he cannot communicate the words within a particular grammatical framework. C, he cannot sequence thoughts, that is, he lacks logical concatenation. D, therefore, he stabs himself repeatedly in the leg and spews an indecipherable cacophony. This nurse, a product of scientific positivism, cannot decode his outburst. Consequently, she too will forget her P's and Q's. We see that the non-verbal cannot always be consolidated by the verbal. It's better to simply smile.
Should you be rubbing your hair? If you want to do a quick shot of you rubbing your hair, that's great. Just like, yeah, just do totally irrelevant shit so that like James can cut it in. But that's also cool, you know. It's not irrelevant, it's, you know.
What the fuck am I supposed to be doing here?
Oh, you're supposed to be acting.
Oh, shit. Nobody told me that.
Yeah, you're an actor now.
Okay.
Didn't you know that?
I know now.
Okay, the blocking is going to be Kevin on one side of the tape. Like, basically, you're going to want to be right behind Kevin.
Right.
Looking over his shoulder, his right shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Over at Laura.
Uh-huh.
And then a reverse angle of that.
Right.
But the thing is, the first time you shoot it, set the focal point on Kevin's shoulder, or whoever's speaking, their shoulder, and on second, focus it on the person being spoken to, so that when you're editing, you can try to dissolve back and forth.
Like the back
Cool,
of his head
perfect, perfect. Okay, call it. We don't have an AD. Roll camera. Wait a second, is it lit?
Kinda. Yeah.
Okay, you got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
it's lit.
A lot of, right on, right on.
Well, it's like mostly like backlit.
Backlit?
Yeah, without any fill.
That's perfect.
Right there.
Sounds good, man. You don't have any fill because you don't have any lights.
I'm getting a lens flare, Jay.
What do you want me to do about it?
Fix it?
Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit. It's good. Okay, anytime, guys.
And rolling camera.
I come home and
Rolling?
I
Sit on the couch, shit on the couch, whatever.
what I'm talking about is like a
A sort of connection.
connection. Yep. I'm talking about. It's the word I'm looking for, but I'm talking about.
But you're my man now. I own you. You're mine.
I'm talking about a continuum.
set.
ISC-119 Alpha, approaching Zoltan. Beginning descent in 16 seconds.
Entry coordinates confirmed. Confirming orbital angling at 1-707
Entering 4,
degrees.
13, 21, ETA on Zoltan.
Establishing grid properties.
Countdown. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Prepare for orbital
3,
entry.
2.
Turbulence approaching.
1.
Turbulence rating 2-2.2, 2.4, 2.6, 4.0. Stabilizing. Stabilizing. Stay on course. Stay on course. The planet Zoltan has a mass of 1.06 times 10 to the power of 25 kilograms. Its bulk grams per meter squared, with an equatorial radius of 30,256 kilometers. Its primary language is New English, 78.9%. It was discovered by the explorer and popular opera singer in 2425, Third Frontier War. Its primary export is iron and Killer monarchy, governed by a board of chancellors, who act lords and commissioners, who govern like kings.
Central? Central. This is ISC-119 reporting to Central. Central. Do you copy? I've encountered a problem.
119. Are you there, Toltec? Please acknowledge. Act level. Do you act, Toltec? Well, if you won't talk to me, I'm not going to talk to you.
I'm lost.
Oh, I'm only joking. I'll talk to you.
Hands up! Declare yourself! He looks like an ISC agent.
What would the ISC be doing out here on Zoltan?
Let's execute him. I've got booze to drink.
No. We better bring him back to PC color. Let's go. If we take that radio off him, it will explode. It's called a triangulator.
Don't touch me! Get your hands
You
off
want
me!
to date with the Principal Chancellor?
Doesn't the ISC mean anything to you?
I understand you've identified yourself as an ISC operative. What is your objective here on Zoltan? You've been introduced to the Silent Commissioner?
Zoltan.
You've got a lot of explaining to do.
What does this symbol mean to you?
What is your objective here on Zoltan?
I asked you what this symbol means to you.
I do the questioning here.
What does the blue box symbol mean to you?
Fascism?
Try again.
Fascism? Control? Imperialism?
It means I don't have to sit through this interrogation. I'm on a classified mission from the ISC. My objectives are classified.
Look, I know what your type brings to Zoltan, and we're not interested in any of it.
I'm walking out of here now. I suggest that you pretend you never met me.
Zoltan is going through a 5-day retrograde motion, and if you're still here when the planet rotates westward, I'll have you permanently detained.
Sleep and wait, Toltec. I'm here. I'm with you. You're never alone.
Hey! 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 Come on! Let's go! Come on, get up!
On gas mask. I can't leave without
Come on,
it.
hurry! My sister will be back for you any minute. I know some people who can help you. Are you armed?
They took my gun.
Toltec, your mind is your gun.
All right, you ISC pig. I'm not afraid of a little blood, so let's get started.
Are you sure you're not a boy or something?
Shut up.
Think he's a tracking device on him, boss?
I searched him, he's clean.
First of all, I've nothing to say to any of you. Second, who are you?
Where's Frederick Bodie?
Frederick Bodie? I'm not looking for Frederick Bodie.
Then why are you on Zoltan?
That's classified. By the way, Frederick Bodie is dead.
No, he's not.
He's dead. They found him. Out in the Einstein Quarter, out by Nebula Z5, and killed him. They hung him. You have the wrong information.
That wasn't the real Frederick Bodie. That was his double. The real Bodie is on Zoltan.
Don't touch me. If I need your help, I'll find you. Don't come looking for me. Stay out of my way.
Fuck!
Way to give him the gun, asshole.
Fuck
what
you!
What the fuck?
I didn't know if they were partisans or terrorists or partisan terrorists. I was here for one person only. Dr. Chauncey Chauncer.
So, how are you gonna pay?
I already paid downstairs.
Are you in the ISC or something? Mr. Toltec? Open sesame. Don't look like much, but it'll have to do. You having girl trouble or something?
What's that?
Girl trouble. You know.
No, I'm not.
See you at breakfast.
The temperature in Zoltan ranges from -20 in July to -200 degrees Celsius in January. Hypothermia claims the lives of 20,000 Zoltanians yearly, a shocking loss for a planet with a population of less than 30 million.
You have one visitor.
Under the direct order of the Principal Chancellor of Zoltan, I order you to open the door.
One moment. I don't have any pants on.
Then keep the door shut. But listen up. In case you think you forgot it in a restaurant, we have your gas mask. It's down at the Central Police Station.
I'm not finished here on Zoltan. And if you're worried about not making it into my ISC report, don't worry, you already did.
If you want to come and collect it, we'll be waiting. I know where you are. I know who you've been seeing. Don't forget that I'm following you. You're wasting your time, you know. Chauncey Chauncer isn't on Zoltan. How could he be here without my knowledge? Just tell the ISC to forget about him. I don't want any trouble that may lead to an unfortunate incident.
I'm not entirely sure PC Carla and Betty aren't the same person. Concept 5. The future will not happen independently. It must be guided by will and single-minded determination.
I've been a little bit foggy lately. It's, my chest.
Mr. Franco, I understand that you've been having health problems. But I came to Zoltan because of your tip alone. Now, tell me something about Chauncey Chauncer.
Would you like some tea?
No.
Please. I saw Chauncey Chauncer at a cafe. I was reading a newspaper. And then I called the ISC.
Are you certain that it was him?
Oh, yes, it was him.
How did you know it was him?
I've forgotten a lot of things from my childhood on Copernicus 9. But those eyes, I'll never forget those eyes! Those eyes! These are my drawings. The only souvenir of my childhood I have. I grew up on Copernicus 9. It was a great planet near Uranus Minor. There was a lot of nature there, at least when I was a kid. This was my daddy's farm. He grew all sorts of vegetables. I used to ride with him on his tractor. Everybody was happy in those days. Neighbors trusted each other, and everyone smiled at everyone else. Then, when I was 9, a terrible madman named Jose Chauncey Chaucer came to power, and everything changed. He made Frederick Bodie look like a virgin. Copernicus 9 was rich in uranium, a mineral used to power particle accelerators for spaceships. 25 years ago, an ounce of uranium cost over 4,000 ISC pounds. Chauncey Chaucer raped the planet for uranium. He destroyed 92% of Copernicus 9's forests, strip mining the countryside. He used the money to build a large army that enforced his terrible rule. Despite his cruelest efforts, a resistance was quickly formed, and Copernicus 9 was plunged into civil war, with Chauncey Chaucer's forces warring against the People's Army, or the Green. The best hero of the war was Green leader Colonel Jarry. He fought some of the largest battles in the campaign. We would read about his adventures on the open net. Once he killed 17 purples with 1 grenade. My family weren't great fighters, and when the robots came, I was captured with my mom who smuggled mail for the resistance. We were forced to live in a camp for political prisoners. Terrible things happened every day. They wouldn't let me see my mom, and I wasn't sure if she was alive or not. I saw hundreds of people killed each week. The people who ran the camps were brutal. There was no hypernet or laser link. Everyone was always thinking about ways to escape. Most never did. I was practically insane by the time I was released 10 years later, and then I was forced into Chauncey Chaucer's army as a slave. I never saw my mother again. Chauncey Chaucer crushed the Green forces in the 14th year of fighting and then began widespread murder campaigns against towns affiliated with the rebels. In the formerly green town of Cobalt, he decapitated the entire population and lined their skulls up to make sure everyone was accounted for. He was personally present at the scene. I was there, forced to carry dead women into mass graves. But then something happened. The uranium supply went away, and all we were left with was one man's madness.
Until even his own party found his cruelty untenable. Fearing a coup, Chauncey Chaucer escaped here to Zoltan, the winter planet, the forgotten planet.
You have 1 visitor.
What do you want?
It's me, Betty. I'm sorry about my friends. I have some information about Chauncey Chaucer.
You look a lot like your sister. How can I know that you're not her?
My ears aren't pierced. Have you been having memory problems lately?
Memory problems?
They say that if you come from off-world, that you experience this sort of memory loss here on Zoltan. That if you don't forget, it's because you can't remember.
I don't understand.
What are you trying to forget, Toltec?
What did you hear about Chauncey Chaucer?
I think I know where he's located. I found someone who used to be his butler.
What's his name?
Tom Larceny. He's a cyborg.
And how can I get a hold of him?
You can't. He's hiding in the underground, but sooner or later he'll surface.
I'm coming to get you. I'm coming. I'm coming to get you. Hello? Is anyone here?
Zoltan looks a bit like Earth Prime, huh? Toltec.
Acknowledge. I've been detected by Zoltan government authorities. They haven't been very helpful. I think they hate me. I've yet to make contact with the target. This concludes my first transmission log.
Recording accepted.
You have 1 visitor.
So what do you got?
Someone called me this morning. They said they know where Tom Larceny is.
Tom Larceny, Chauncey Chaucer's butler.
Yes, apparently he lives above a bar on East 4th and Main.
What do you get out of this? Your sister thinks that Chauncey Chaucer shouldn't be punished.
She's wrong, you know. And in case I don't see you again, I've transmitted a picture of Tom Larceny on your triangulator. I have to go now. But be on the lookout. I think the Silent Commissioner's having you tailed. So look for anything suspicious, okay? The government here in Zoltan's ruthless. They'll stop at nothing.
I'm sure they will.
If you see my sister, tell her Capricorn is rising, okay?
Okay.
Just like that, okay?
Just like that. Okay. This is Tom Larceny, an Annex 2 construction droid. For the past year and a half, he allegedly lived with Chauncey Chaucer as his manservant until his boss alienated him with an off-putting remark. Apparently, he moved back to the city and hangs out at a place called God.
Commander Toltec, how are you this morning?
Youth is mourning?
No, sir, I said, how are you this morning?
Of course, fine.
What an odd thing.
Did any packages come for me?
No, sir. Are you expecting any mail?
I was just checking.
Wait a second, that spot on your face, do you know what it is?
No.
Do you know what it is? It's frostbite. Have you been inoculated?
I don't know.
You know, you really should get that thing looked at. It's only gonna get bigger if you don't take care of it.
I'll keep my eye on it.
Let's see your arms.
I said I'll keep my eye on it.
What's up with this door?
You seen this guy? Tom Larceny? So tell me about Chauncey Chaucer.
You and I have the same first name, huh?
Let's stay on topic. Chauncey Chaucer.
Well, when I met him, he was calling himself Jacques Jet. He said he had an import business. When I found out who he really was, I was shocked. He was so quiet.
And the last time you saw him, he was alive?
Mm-hmm.
Where is he now?
How much is that worth to you?
Don't make me sell you for scrap. Where is Chauncey Chaucer?
After we closed down his estate, he moved into a little house on the country out on the 509. I stayed on for a while as his assistant, but we had a falling out.
Really? What happened?
He called me Poncho.
We will now relate the concept of total war. Total war is absolute war. To pulverize our enemies, we must first destroy ourselves. We must learn that total war is both mental and physical, real and psychic, tangible and immaterial, but always dedicated to the total destruction of those who oppose us.
How dinosaurs became birds. This is an eye, and light moves through it.
Does it hurt, Toltec? Is it itching or stinging? Does it burn?
You have one message.
Jose, it's Kay. We have to talk. Don't be alarmed, but the ISC is looking for you.
I've been dreaming of my dead wife.
Don't let her into your mind, Toltec. The past is irrelevant.
Once, when I was very young, 17 or 18, she was the love of my life.
Only through total war can you ever regain your true humanity.
She went lodging on Verena 23. She got lost in the woods. They never found her body, but everyone feared that she had been devoured by wild dogs.
Don't feel bad about it, Toltec. Don't be sad. She's a ghost now. You're in the ISC.
Yes.
Your wife is a memory now.
Yes, she did.
She's gone, Toltec. Total war. Total war, Toltec.
I've been thinking about her the whole time.
There is only one true history, and it is not pluralistic, but resolutely singular.
Going to meet and you were going to give me the ring. You told me to come late, Toltec. I was wearing the jacket your mother gave me, but it got cold so fast. Where were you, Toltec?
What were you doing out there?
I was waiting and you never came.
Cold. What
it was so cold.
What were you trying to find?
I love you, Toltec.
What did you think you'd find there?
I've loved you since we were children.
Cold, Clara, cold. What do you want?
I found out what my sister's been up to. Apparently her and Chassé Chancer have drawn up a secret contract regarding the purchase and allocation of the satellite orbits around Zoltan and its neighbors, Praxis 12 and 14.
How did you hear about this?
The underground. PC Carla wants you dead. She thinks you're gonna ruin her agreement with Chassé Chancer.
Who are her allies?
Chassé Chancer alone.
Not the Silent Commissioner?
No.
Thank you.
PC Carla sent a bunch of Special Force agents after you. You're targeted for extermination.
I've got diplomatic protection.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna be one of those hush-hush disappearing type things.
I have to notify the ISC.
No, you can't do that. When they come, hit them hard. I have to go now, they're after me.
This is the voice of the Silent Commissioner. People of Zoltan, I implore you to reject the rumors of a catastrophic flood. Our leading climatologists predict that the next 5 days will be some of the coldest in the history of Zoltan. Zoltan.
Same motives, different methods. Same methods, different motives. Same motives, different methods. Same methods, different motives. Same motives, different methods. Same methods, different motives.
The ISC has determined that for his crimes against humanity, Jose Chance Chauncer is to pay the ultimate price for his transgressions, and has hereby, on this date, been sentenced to die by the ISC's Central Governing Committee. Execution in an undisclosed manner shall be carried out at the residence of the convicted, provided under the oath by Tom Larceny and Danny Franco of Zoltan. May his soul be forever transient and his memory forever debased. This is it. Our imaging system says Chance Chauncer is in the living room at the back of the house. Code 5. Slowly, Toltec. Right around the corner. Slowly. Slowly. Kill! 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 Kill!
Toltec. Toltec, please.
Betty,
Please, Toltec, don't go.
I'm sorry.
Please, Toltec, take me with you.
I can't.
It's not safe for me here.
You'll be okay.
Toltec, I need you. What's wrong?
You're not, Betty.
What are you talking about? Of course I am. It's me, Toltec.
Your ears. Your PC Carla.
Damn it, Toltec! Get me off this fucking rock! Everything's all fucked up! The Silent Commissioner had a secret agenda. They found out Betty was a partisan, plus they've linked me to Chance Chauncer. I don't stand a chance here.
Where is Betty?
They used my sister for target practice. I'm next, Toltec. They're hunting me now. I stole Betty's plainclothes and tried to leave the city, but my passport is useless. Where do I go now?
Take a train north. You'll be safe.
It's cold there.
It's cold everywhere in Zoltan.
Toltec, don't go, Toltec. Damn it, don't go, Toltec. Toltec, take me with you. Please, Toltec, please.
Oh, man.
Congratulations, Toltec. You've succeeded.
Your foreign department will receive a copy of my report in 3 months.
I appreciate the ISC's assistance in this matter. It's disturbing to learn our great planet has been harboring criminals.
I agree, sir.
To show we are not complacent in such matters, we captured Tom Larceny, the so-called cyborg butler. He has been processed. Here's his hand. And here is his liver.
Yeah.
Take your mask. Good day to you, Special Commander Toltec. Come, Jimmy. Come.
It's Toltec 119A, preparing for departure. Ignition. We have liftoff.
It certainly has been a big adventure, hasn't it, Toltec?
Engaging the particle drive.
Engaging the gravity drive. Engaged.
We'll be back to Earth Prime before you know it. Great work.
This is a run through of this shot. We're not rolling film on this. James, if you're listening, we're not rolling film.
Don't touch me.
You're going.
Don't touch me. If I want to find you, don't touch me. Don't try to follow me. If I need your help, I'll find you.
Nice one.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Fuck.
Cut. No, sorry.
You were expecting it.
Okay, fuck this shit. You get up here, you're gonna be like this, you're gonna be like, and then he's gonna look over, and then you're gonna go, and you're gonna just throw her back, okay? Exactly. Alright. Okay. Alright. And you, okay. Dan. You're fired. We're gonna park down there. We'll talk to Rachel. Okay, so. Yeah. Okay. You ready? Okay. And action.
Does Andrew know it? Huh?
No, you get the movie. Or you. Yeah, because it's like you're trying to blend in.
Yeah.
Like getting a beer, it's like, let's get a beer.
Let's get a beer.
And have a friendly chat.
I looked at Tom.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it's not a friendly chat.
Maybe I should try and cheers them.
Yeah, well, that's what the name thing is about, right? Trying to break ice. Okay. So here we are.
So where do I walk? And you walk.
Yeah,
you walk.
just gonna
That would be okay.
Are you dragging this way?
get a little bit more on this. Can I just see that, James? Actually, that looks pretty good.
Just keep it wide like that.
Believe it
Or
or
just
not-
tighten up the frame, Chris, so you don't see.
Yeah, so much. There you go. Just tighten it up a little bit. And rolling camera. And action. I had nothing to do with that. Shit. What? You got action on
Baby.
I got some dude just walked open that door. I was like, God, and I was like, oh man.
Our set is ruined.
I just can't believe how much it smells.
It's like Lost in La Mancha.
Did you get it?
Baby.
I've yet to make contact with the target. This concludes my first transmission log.
And then you get up and you walk towards the door.
Yeah. Cool.
You ready? You feeling it?
I feel good.
Okay. Ready? We're gonna go for a take.
This is a take. This is a take.
Sound.
Sounds rolling?
Roll camera. Roll and action.
Kind of like a long-distance hug from a stranger, huh?
Plaything game, all the game. Ooh, press the buttons all at once. Press the buttons all at once. All of the time. All of the time. All of the time, all button one makes you sing. Ooh, about the birds and all the bees. About some birds and all the bees. How the birds eat the bees. Birds eat the bees. Birds eat the bees. Birds. Button two makes you bring. Ooh, all the pennies to the park. Bring the pennies to the park. Bring them all to the park. All to the park. All to the park. All meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 Make a wish with button 3. bees right back again. You can wish the bees right back again. It's bees born as birds, birds born as bees, 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 bees. Plaything game, all the game. Ooh, press the buttons all at once. You can press the buttons all at once, all of the time, all of the time, all of the time. Pick up a power blaster, you can shoot the lasers, you can be a master like the heroes on TV. You can shoot them one by one or 1, 2, 3. Pick up a power blaster, you can shoot the lasers, you can be a master like the heroes on TV. Shoot them one by one or 1, 2, 3. Yes, indeed. Pick up a power blaster, you can shoot the lasers, you can be a master like the heroes on TV. You can shoot them one by one, 1, 2, 3. Pick up a power blaster, you can shoot the lasers, you can be a master like the heroes on TV. You can shoot them one by one, 1, 2, 3. Pick up a power blaster, you can shoot the lasers,